Hello. Is the stream deck working? I gotta fix that. That music is mad low. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy on Monday? Happy Monday. Had a good day today for work. I had a good day today, but I'm tired. So I'm like artificially boosting myself. I just got an energy drink. Excuse me. Oh man. Steinsgate. Hi. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm tired. I am tired. So I got like a nice little, it's like this herbal tea that I got that's keeping me awake. It's going to keep me awake long enough for this stream. It's proven effective. Hey, Devilis. We're back here with Steinsgate 0. I will say, so far, this is like the weird thing with, you're good, Pipe. 4 episodes today? No way. If we do 4 episodes today, that 4th episode, I'm going to be a zombie if I'm not super duper intrigued. 100%. I'm going to be a zombie. I could not sleep last night. But yeah, I was like, since we're 4 episodes in, we're starting the 5th episode today. I don't necessarily remember how I know at the end of the first episode of Steinsgate, the first stream, I should say, the first 2 episodes, I was like, I big brained on the board. I like big brained all over the board. But I feel like, see, it's terrible. I don't remember Steinsgate, the beginning of it, how I felt anyways. I do remember it. But I'm trying to see like how the first couple episodes of this is going in comparison to that. I'm liking it so far because I'm asking different questions than what I was asking back in Steinsgate. I feel like it would have been a mistake to try to like rehash old Steinsgate, like to try to rehash the story in a different way, which this is probably going to end up being. But I'm asking different questions because we're dealing with completely different things, and I like that. I like dealing with the whole artificial intelligence thing with Kurisu and Okabe like not doing a good job with managing that. And then also like all the Suzuha stuff is very interesting this time around as well. Just seeing her in a different capacity because we're not witnessing her from the dystopian future of CERN, but a different Suzuha who's experienced World War III. So I'm enjoying it. I am. I can't wait. Like the story now, I feel like is starting to, I don't know what's going on. I think it's because I'm tired where my words are like this. Where the story's starting to kick in. We're getting like reading Steiner activations. We're getting clues and glimpses into the future. More so than we did during Steinsgate. So I'm intrigued to see where these next couple episodes go. And you said 4 episodes too. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, let me pause the music and we should be good. All right, Steinsgate 0, episode 5. Gonna start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Moeka showed up, and I'm also confused because to my knowledge, this Okabe should have pieced up whatever different, and I don't know, he should be like him and Moeka shouldn't be on this. It's on site. Like, does he not remember? That's I'm confused. I'm gonna need an explanation because if this timeline is taking place after we already undid what Moeka did, and he had made everything seemingly right with her. So why does he still feel this way? I don't know. See, that's the one thing that I'm not entirely certain on. And also, why is the little girl that is Mayuri's adoptive daughter, why does she look so much like Kurisu? And oh, she's gonna be the one that's gonna isn't she the one talking to the blonde haired dude from like the Amadeus project? I thought that was a meeting that was possibly happening today as well. A lot of stuff. No, starting to remember as I'm sitting here talking. Okay. We'll see. We will see. The solitude of the astigmatism? What? Mass animal corpses found in America. Huh. So is Moeka gonna be key in us finding this girl? So she's older than them. No reaction. Right. My question he feel like is it just because that Moeka was responsible for all of Mayuri's deaths and each and every time that he redid everything? Why doesn't he feel the same way with bald dude? Like he's the one that's putting her up to it in the first place. Why isn't there any like reaction to him? Like I don't understand why are we focusing on her so much? Is it just because of what she did? No, Daru. She locked herself out? What happened? It's a joke of a tester. So that definitely still happened then. Okay. Because we had the weird hijinky stuff that happened whenever he came back. And who said that he called them or something? I can't remember. Someone said that they like he called them or he did something. He's like, I don't remember that. Nothing but ramen. She gonna go look? Yep. She gonna go visit him to see what's up. You're going right. Exactly. Like, where are you going? He lives there. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. I'm just waiting for something to like catch me off guard 1000%. She's probably done a good job like covering her tracks so that she's like undiscoverable in this time. I think what's crazy is that Kurisu and this girl went back in time. They separated, and this girl has lived longer than she was when she time traveled. So, like, even if we were to make things right and she were to return to a timeline, it's gonna be like she's gonna be damn near unrecognizable for a lot of people. She lived a whole life. Right. Unless she slummed it. Unless she slummed it. But she doesn't look dirty or anything. Hmm. Foreigner makes sense. You know some foreigners. You know some foreigners. Who's that? Who's that? Was that no wasn't him? Who's that? Hmm. Hmm. Ow. She's such an easy target, man. She's such an easy target. Someone following her? Seriously? They look like they have black hair. Unless it's a wig. I'm trying to pull my pant leg down. Ah! I hope she's not panicking. Like, I hope it's not anything just like regular degular and she's panicking. I give up. Oh no. Oh no. What? Who is it? Is it a parent? Who is it? Are you Maho's boyfriend in her English? Wait, did he say yes? Whoa. 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 Okay, so professor, not. Whoa. 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 I like this music. Does feel like visual novel music. So that was another person. What are the odds of that? Yeah, she was getting you were getting followed. Look at she's a professor dressed like that. She don't got a button up at the bottom, and she has like 3 buttons unbuttoned at the top. Daru, what? That was nasty movement. That is nasty movement. That is nasty movement. I never want to see Daru move like that ever in my life. Never want to see him move like that. Look at him. Feels like he's about to lose her all over again. Yeah, you can't lie. Your poker face is terrible. Kurisu would be so. This is me saying this. I think she'd be so upset that he gave up. I think she really would be. And I feel like that's something that he didn't even think about. Also, have they done anything to Mayuri's design besides like changing what she's wearing? She looks like older to me. Before she felt like a child, but now she doesn't feel like a child anymore. I don't know. And I can't point to one thing that that stands out that I can distinguish, like, yeah, that's the reason why she looks different. It's snowing. This is like the miserable version of like his success. Like he wanted to save Mayuri. He saved her. But he's miserable. Like even in her being alive, he's miserable. I think 100% he's going to get to a point and like cave and just tell Amadeus like tell Amadeus about everything. I feel like you don't set this up without that happening. I really do. What are we talking about? What? No, okay, Rukako. I think they were going to talk to Rukako and her dad, right? The girl with the red hair from the future. I forgot what they said her name was. That's who they were talking about. She what? Yeah, she looks just like her. Are we saying that they're not related? That is her. What? She doesn't know who she is? Bring Suzuha here right now. Bring Suzuha here right. This 100% should trigger something in him. He should remember. He come on, Okabe. Come on, Okabe. Come on, Okabe. Come on, Okabe. This isn't the first time we've ever heard these symptoms before. Come on, Okabe. Think, please. The last person you knew that suffered from amnesia was Suzuha whenever we got the letter from her when she went back in time and she forgot what happened because something happened with her time machine. And it didn't take her until like a year. It took her mad late to figure out why she was even here in the first place. You come on, man. Come on, man. You got this. What? Sorry. Oh my goodness. I wonder if she's gonna look at. It's an Upa. She's like, that's. Yep. Because my area is her mom. Because it's the same Upa, I think. There you go. There you go. There you go. And then, boom. There you go. All right. All right. There she is. There she is. All right. All right. Okabe didn't figure it out himself, but them being friends, it worked. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Good thing they walked in. I was going to heat up. If something happened and she left before they could get back. Because it's like we're that close and Okabe's just in a fog. He wasn't able to think clear enough. Okay. All right. That was a good episode. No, that was a good episode. Responding to the Discord. Think she's lying if she's saying she doesn't remember anything? Oh boy. Oh boy. And she looks just like her. I don't know. What's up, Ruben? Just put the plot all in our face. It's hard to explain that you're a time traveler. I feel like that's a hard thing to explain. It's her. That was her mama. Yes. And she has an eerily, uncanny resemblance to Kurisu. Like, she looks more like Kurisu than the AI looks like Kurisu. That's the one thing I'm confused on, why this girl from 2036 looks so much like Kurisu. To our knowledge, Kurisu doesn't have siblings, does she? And Kurisu died, so there's no way she could have had a kid that looks just like her. Or what if there's some weird thing that, no, that's way too deep minded. I'm not saying that. I should write it down though. Nah, I think that's just far fetched. My far fetched thing was gonna be like, what if this Amadeus project goes from being an artificial intelligence to actually creating some sort of artificial being, and they were successfully able to like recreate Kurisu, but as like a baby or something, or as a child or something, and this is the result of that. And maybe Okabe couldn't keep her, so like Okabe gave her to um Mayuri or something from the future. I don't know. I'm just spitballing at the point. It's hard to explain from the future. Yeah? You want to know why? She's adorable. She's adorable. It's this weird experience where this girl is older than Mayuri. Ruben, I said last episode, like, music playing during one of the scenes, I'm like, this feels like it's from a visual novel. And that's funny that it's actually is from the visual novel. Michael looked kind of bad standing in the shadows, not gonna lie. Uh oh. Won't you look at that? Sorry for eating. Pot everywhere. There's plot everywhere. Like she has plot. She has plot. Suzuha has plot. Ferris has plot. Suzuha's mom has plot. This new professor has plot. Plot everywhere. Moika has plot, but granted, Steinsgate had plot everywhere too, if you really think about it. There's like one or two extra people that have it. So far. I should say that, so far. Oh. No, Suzuha had a plot. I remember mentioning it. Moika had plot. No, Mayuri had plot, but she was dead all the time, so we really couldn't tell. Sorry. They had plot. Everyone had plot. We run the risk of. Did she shoot her? We run the risk of this girl getting her memories back and becoming a problem. Like, actually, like, remembering that. Like, if she gets her memories back and she remembers what Suzuha was trying to do by changing the world lines and everything like that, do we instantly have her revert back to that moment where she's just like, I can't let you go through with this? Daru. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, this is my one thing. We are freaking. We learned that he's the evil behind Moika. Like, we learned that. Like, he's the thing. He's putting the battery in her back to do everything that she's doing. We learned that, and we can talk to him like it's perfectly fine. But we run into Moika, and it's just like, I don't know. Very much so. Why'd they kill the music like that? No, you can't. Amadeus. Aye. It's funny. No wonder though. Oh. Whoa. That was crazy. That was crazy. Wow. I would have told Ferris she would. I honestly would have told Ferris she needs to style her hair a different way and take the doggone cat things off if you're gonna work at my shrine. I would have totally said that. Mad scientist, a sad scientist, yep. Daughter, what is wrong with you? Like what is wrong with you? He's an idiot. What are we about to do? What did we just violate Ruka? Ruka? Poor El Ruka. Ah. I wanted to see like what her reaction was gonna be looking at this girl. I wanted to see if she was gonna mention the fact that they look eerily similar. Yes. Yes. Stop lying. She's. Do you think that this little girl is some sort of, I don't know, like what if we tried to pull Kurisu from a different timeline as a child and brought her to the future? I don't know. I'm coming up with the dumbest things now. You got carried away shopping? It's hurt. He's hurt. Yep, he got caught up shopping. I wonder if they all have something to say about how, yeah, she had something. That, what is going on now? What is going on? She shot the little side eye at her. Dude, is my big brain theory right? That'll be crazy. That would be crazy if my big brain just throwing darts in the dark is correct. She looks so much like Kurisu that it doesn't make sense. Like, it's either like Kurisu from the past that got brought into the future for some weird reason, or the Amadeus project in the future is able to take an artificial intelligence and and convert it or create an artificial person. And that's what this little girl was. And and I would assume that Okabe's involvement like took her or something and couldn't live with the fact that he had to live with her, so gave her to Mayuri. That makes sense to me in some weird world. Yep. The mood changed. Who's texting her? Is Mr. Braun texting her or someone else? Oh no, it's Kurisu. No. Mr. Braun. That looks like what's her name? Mr. Braun is probably texting how I forget Shining Finger's name like that. I forgot Shining Finger's name that fast. Moika. Golly. This isn't how we wanted it to be at all. Yeah. I think they all, we don't know how like the memory thing goes. We don't know how like how their memories go. I would assume maybe Mayuri might can think of something and possibly think of Kirisu maybe just because of everything that she's gone through, the amount of times that Okabe has let her live over and over and over and over and over again, maybe, possibly, I don't know. What happens if we can slam Amadeus inside of the girl? Can we create Kurisu? I'm sorry. What just happened? They cut the feed at the they cut the feed at the institution. They cut the feed. I got scared. I got scared. I thought that she was saying that right now. It is happening. Wait. We don't have. Oh no! Yo, it didn't even click whenever he called. Whenever I said it, I'm like, did Braun call her? I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. He probably called Shining Finger, Moeka, and then just didn't go anywhere with that thought. Why would he be calling her? Only reason why he would be calling her is for that. Which is why I was so pissed off. One thing that is annoying me, I mentioned it like maybe 4 times so far. I understand getting the flashbacks because Moeka is responsible for all the times Mayuri died. But we know that as far as this timeline leading up to 23B or 23 Beta, he patched that relationship. So even though there is a ton of trauma there, he patched that relationship. We've already experienced that Braun is the reason why she's doing this in the first place. So why can we have a face-to-face with Braun and think nothing of it, but then with Moeka just be shook to our core? Like, that don't make, and then be like, oh, she has to be around her by now, all this stuff. Like, she has to be that. There's no way that she's not that. And it's like, if she's around her, she answers to someone, and he's right downstairs, and you just keep ignoring him. Just because I gotta throw my hands up and say this. I'm enjoying Steins Gate 0, but I'm a little disappointed in this Okabe. Just a little bit. Granted, he broke 100% in 23 Beta. I'm just a little bit disappointed. Just a little bit disappointed in him. Because even in him breaking, that noggin still has some smartness in it. He is questioning everything, right? Everything. He's questioning everything. He is questioning everything. Like, this girl is clearly the missing girl with Suzuha, and he can't even 100% commit to that. He's not messing the time machine, so Stern shouldn't be even thinking about him. But why would we even why would we dismiss that? Why dismiss it? Why dismiss it? That's the thing. Like, in an original Steins Gate timeline, sure, like we were able to get past everything. But that was the point of that. We got past everything. We didn't get past everything. We failed. We didn't complete the job. So we're not in the clear. Just because Mayuri is alive, that doesn't mean we're in the clear. We're not in the clear. I feel like you're able to relax and just let go of everything when you get to episode 24 is because we did it. We did it. We did it. We were able to finish it and just push past everything and walk off on the other side. And we knew that we did. I feel like there's no like that. And it's in line with his character. It's delusional to think that. It's 100% delusional to think that. And it's in his character because he's broken. He's a broken man. He's delusional. So it's on brand, but it's frustrating. It's on brand. It makes sense. The story has made up for it to make sense. It's still frustrating because even in that, it's like, come on, Okabe. Like, you're better than that. You are better than that. Oh, it's frustrating, but it makes sense. It makes sense, but it's frustrating. Yeah, that's exactly the reason why he's so shook with Moeka. But that's why I keep having to reference where did we leave off in episode 23? Because everything up until that point when they come back and they failed the first time, everything before that has happened to this Okabe. So he's undone all the stuff with Ferris, all the stuff with Ruka, and the stuff with Moeka. This Okabe went on that journey with that Moeka. Everything we saw in that episode with that Moeka applies to this Okabe. It applies. So even the way that Okabe was acting after that in regards to Moeka or anything regarding that situation should apply to this Okabe. The only thing that's different is this Okabe quit and that one didn't. That one got back up and kept going from the help of Mayuri. This one quit. Mayuri coddled him and said, it's okay, you're fine, and he quit. So why, upon looking at Moeka, do we trigger again? Why does that happen? Is it because we quit that we still have that trauma that's connected? I guess so. That trauma should be, honestly, like that trauma should be there forever then. That trauma should be there forever. So even moving in the 24, when Moeka gets included, like that's the point. That's the point I want to make. And so we're saying that because we were successful in saving Kurisu, that we were able to include Moeka to be on the badge and all that stuff after everything that happened, right? Just because we saved Mayuri and we saved Kurisu in original Steinsgate, therefore Moeka is cool by me. We can include her on the pin. She's a lab member, all that stuff. Even though she killed Mayuri to Okabe hundreds of times, but she can still be a part of the team. But all that stuff still happened. We didn't save Kurisu, but now we have nothing but trauma when we look at Moeka. But the man that hired Moeka, you peachy with him, right? You're just peachy with him. You know that he's bad. You know it. You know that he's bad. You're shook of her and afraid of what she could do when he's the one that's ordering her to do anything. She won't do anything on her own. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, that's weird. Moeka's not doing anything on her own. She's not doing anything on her own. She'll sit in her apartment and look at her phone and kill herself if she doesn't get instructions. Right? Right? If she doesn't get instructions, she'll go crazy. She'll literally kill herself. Proven. We went through that already. So why are we shook of her? And when you know that, Okabe, you know there's someone responsible for the way she moves. So after this moment, if we can somehow get out of that, I gotta shoot the fade with Braun because he's the one that called her in here. Right. Am I wrong for feeling that way? Are we gonna villainize Moeka a little more when we know the person that's controlling her lives right downstairs? Like what? Like no way. In reality, he still be wary of her just as he is here, but we can't use that in reality. We have to use what the series gave us. And in the series, she got included on the pin. She got reinstated as a lab member, and everybody was perfectly fine with everyone. We can't use in reality. We just have to take what the series gave us. And the series gave us Okabe is fine with Moeka moving on from here. So I'm guessing that the only reason that Okabe is fine with Moeka is because he was able to save Kurisu. That's the only thing that makes sense, because it's the only thing that's different. The only thing that's different is in this timeline she died, and that one she lived, and that one Moeka's cool, even though Moeka had nothing to do with why Kurisu died because he killed her. You get what I mean? Like, Moeka had nothing to do with Kurisu dying. So why does she get the shade in this timeline when she had nothing to do with Kurisu dying? You did that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like that has to be addressed for me. Like, that's gonna be something that genuinely does, like, that might tick me. That has to be addressed. It has to be addressed, because what it feels like is, even though this it feels like this Okabe, it feels like nothing from the, 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 it feels like the episodes leading up to the climax of Steins Gate matter. Right? No, like nothing up and nothing. It feels like the only thing that really matters is that we failed and Kurisu is dead because of it. But outside of that, all we do is mention now and again, like what we did at the end of this episode, like the flashbacks of Moeka being bad. Like, we don't address the Ruka stuff. We don't address the Ferris stuff. Okabe doesn't address all, like, it's like he locks it away. That's what it feels like. Maybe things will change whenever he gets back into the game. But right now it feels like he locked everything away from that. So all the development and all the things that we did, time traveling and moving world lines, it's just like he's just disregarded it. Completely disregarded it. And now with them rushing in this apartment like this, maybe it might make it all flood back. But it just feels like all that stuff got like disregarded. I mean, she's kind of related since Monica kills Mayuri if Kurisu is saved, right? No, what it is I don't know, right? What it is that in order for us to have moved the world lines, we needed to undo what we did prior. Like, we needed to undo all that stuff, and we did that, right? We did that. This is essentially like if episode 24 of Steins Gate didn't exist, this right here is what we were aiming for. Kurisu's dead and Mayuri is alive. Like that, this is what we were aiming for. We were aiming for this. It was the fact that Okabe didn't want to live in a world without the both of them. So he got a message from his future self that was able to trick all the world lines and all the timeline shenanigans so that he could find a world line where they both live. Our job, our mission of saving Mayuri was complete in 23. It was living with the fact of Kurisu dying, which killed us, and we had to keep going forward because Mayuri wouldn't be able essentially to live in a world where Okabe was heartbroken and gutted, even though they both still had each other, because she would know that he's not happy. So that's why she like motivated him to keep going. But our mission is complete. So we've already moved over to the other world line. Mayuri is not fated to die in Steins Gate 0, to my knowledge. She's not fated to die. So something is going on which is causing Braun to activate Moika to run up in here again. It has to be related to this Amadeus thing. Has to be related to that doctor, the professor, I should say, because she cut her eyes back at I can't even remember the girl's name. The girl that looks like Kurisu. Like it's like what it felt like is, oh, he doesn't want to be here because he's shopping. What it felt like is we went here, saw that girl, and we dipped because what the hell? Because what the hell was that? Kagari. I need to commit her name to memory. And she cut her eyes back, and it's like she cut her eyes back. We walk away, and then all of a sudden, now Braun is like, "Oh, you guys are back? Yeah. Oh, you guys are doing this. You guys. Oh, they're up there. You know what? I'll come get her later." Like he didn't even care. What's the play? I don't even know. I have no idea. Who's we move world lines. Who's to say that they work for CERN? Who's to say that? I don't know. Anything is possible. My camera's frozen. Why didn't nobody say anything? kids. I don't think that they're sending. But I don't think he would send people in there while his daughter's up there. But if he sent someone that's very good at their job, like, don't make sure you don't kill my daughter, but make sure you get the job done. But it's just like, I guess so, but I don't know. But he definitely sent Moika up there, unless we're about to get a red herring and there's another entity that was watching them, and they're the ones that are rushing in here, and Braun activates Moika, and Moika comes in here, and she's able to like level the playing field, and her and Suzuha can eliminate these dudes that run up in here. That's a possibility too. Because if Moika and Braun are part of CERN, and this world line is World War III, and CERN has nothing to do with it, it doesn't make any sense why CERN would even try to run up in here. So maybe Braun is like activated Moika because he knew something crazy was gonna pop off or something. Maybe they have eyes on and seen that there was other people that had eyes on too. I don't know. I'm compelled to watch this next episode though, but I won't. I'm compelled to watch this next episode, but I won't. But like, it's a possible. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely something up with this girl. Kagari, that's her name. I feel like 100% there's something up with her. There's no way that you have all of these, and you don't have her look identical. Like, she looks identical to Kurisu. Like, in this series with all this time travel stuff and world line shifting and all this stuff, there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's on purpose. So there's a reason why this girl looks so much like Kurisu. If Kurisu is dead in this timeline, Kurisu couldn't have had her. She's a little girl. So that's not possible. We watched her die anyways. She didn't have that kid. So, and I don't think she had like siblings or anything. And I doubt that her parents would still be alive at this point. I don't know, maybe, possibly. Her dad anyways. Her mom passed. Right? Yeah, her mom passed, I think, but her dad is alive. I'm guessing both her parents could be alive. I could be putting a whole nother character story onto Kurisu. Side note, Kagari wasn't supposed to be a Kurisu clone. This is the second time. Kagari wasn't supposed to be a clone of Kurisu. Amadeus wasn't supposed to be a clone of Kurisu. Everyone looks like her. Everybody looks like this girl. So there's something up. They're shifting something. I don't know. There has to be something. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of the stuff doesn't make sense. It don't. It's just like there's so many pieces. Like, I have puzzle pieces and none of them connect perfectly. And it's just like, I don't know. I need a corner piece somewhere. Right? I need a corner piece to get me set up. Ay. Got me baffled, man. It's got me baffled. There's definitely something. She looks so much like Kurisu that Okabe is like, Kurisu, first time he sees her. Then the short girl, I don't remember none of the new characters' names. She's like, she looks just like her. Then the professor lady, she cuts a mean look at her as they're leaving. Something's up. My guess, I'm baffled. Like, I have no idea what to think. My big brain guess, I should write this down too. This will be the second one. My big brain guess is that as we move so much more into the future and they keep developing this artificial intelligence, Amadeus is, they keep developing it, that they find a way to take this artificial intelligence and turn it into like some sort of like android or something, or able to create like some sort of artificial person or something crazy like that. And that's what this girl is. And maybe Okabe like strikes a deal to take the girl, or maybe he steals the girl and can't keep the girl with him because he's on the run, like how we saw before in that Suzuha flashback. Gives the girl to Mayuri, and then she grows up with Mayuri. That's my guess. I don't know. That probably sounds freaking far-fetched as hell, but that's my guess, because nothing else is I can't think of anything else that makes sense. And that really don't even make sense. But I don't know. That's the best I could come up with. That is the best I could come up with. I think that's all I got. I start ending streams by saying El Sai Konguru. If I can work it in there and make it feel natural, I'll attempt to. How many episodes are there in Steins Gate 0? I think the same amount of Steins Gate, right? 23, 24, 25, something like that. I want to say. I don't want to look because I don't want to see like I don't want to go to this episode page and see like thumbnails and stuff or accidentally read titles and stuff like that. I stay away. So I think there's like 23, 24, 25, something like that. 23. There we go. So we got a long ways to go. We have a long ways to go. I think that's all I got. This episode, these last two episodes, whenever Steins Gate story kicks in, it kicks in. I will say that. Oh yeah, 23 plus OVA plus the movie. Okay, I don't know if you were here and you heard my rant about Moika and Okabe and how he treats her. Bounce this off of me, Dexter, real quick. I'll say that and I'm gonna head out. I understand seeing Moika would be a trigger because he's watched Moika kill Mayuri hundreds of times. We don't know how many times, maybe more. But if I'm not mistaken, Steins Gate 0 takes place after we already repaired the Moika stuff, fixed that relationship, went through all that stuff, like she died in our arms or at our hands, all that stuff. We repaired that relationship in a sense. Why do we look at her and still feel triggered? Why is that? Is that just the reason? Why isn't that still the reason in OG Steins Gate in episode 24 when we remake her a lab member, add her initial onto the badge, on the pin and all that stuff? Why isn't that the case? Is Kurisu living the only reason? Is him breaking and Kurisu not living? You can't say anything because like that's bugging me. It's really bugging me because he has such a strong reaction to Moika, but he knows who Braun is. Like he knows who Braun is. And he's so triggered by Moika and everything that she did. Braun is he knows that Braun is the one that is causing Moika to do these things. Because, as it's already been established in Steins Gate, if Braun doesn't give Moika instructions, she will sit in her apartment and kill herself. Proven. That's established. She will sit in her apartment and kill herself. So if you should be even more wary of Braun than of Moika, because if you just piss Braun off one day, what if he's petty enough to just send her to go kill you or something crazy like that? But he's just chatty Cathy all in Braun's face whenever he pops up. There's no issue there. I don't know. Like that's I'm miffed by that. I'm real miffed by that. I am. Sees Moika and freaks out, but then Braun's in his face talking about, yeah, you think I'd leave my daughter with you? And him and Daru are like, oh God, it's just I don't know, I don't know. I did say that I'm disappointed in this Okabe. I did say that. I was like, I understand it, but I'm disappointed in him. Like it's just like maybe he's just like off his game, but the whole Kagari thing was a layup. I felt like that was a layup. Like she's sitting there. She don't have no memories, none of this stuff. I'm like that should be a layup, Okabe. Like that really should be a layup. Like the last person that you knew didn't have no memories, couldn't remember nothing, was Suzuha with the letter that you got back. You should remember that. You remember everything from every single one of the D-mail loop thingamabobs. I don't remember the exact names of them, but you remember everything. So that I felt like that should have been a layup. You should have laid that up. Like, oh, and then even after having all this stuff, he's like, Suzuha's convinced, but I'm still not sure. Like, what are you not sure about? What are you not sure about? I don't get it. I'm like, her family name is the same as Mayuri's. Like, you were even like in disbelief whenever Suzuha said that Mayuri had a kid in the future anyways. And now this girl with no memories is sitting on your couch and she has the same family name as Mayuri and is crying when she looks at Mayuri and is like, who is that girl? She looks so familiar and all that stuff and all this stuff. And that feels nostalgia. It's just like, that's a layup, Okabe. Come on, man. That's a layup. No, okay, so it's not just me. Okay, it's not just me. I'm glad. It's not just me. I'm like, these last two episodes, it felt like that's a layup, that's a layup, that's a layup. Okabe, what are you doing? It's like, I get it. You're destroyed. But are you that like rust? Like, is it the rust that's caked up on you like that you can't figure that out? Come on, man. I will say, like, that really did get me. There was like multiple things where I'm like, that's a layup, bro. Like, come on, you got this. And he's still skeptical. Still skeptical. I just want to know, like, we'll get there. It's like, what is going to be the call to action to get this man back on track? Like, what is going to be that call to action? I can't even think what it could be. Like, genuinely, I think what the call to action might be, maybe someone does die and then we have to do some work in order to fix stuff. I feel like the call to action I think that Okabe is going to cave and tell Amadeus Kurisu everything. I don't see, like, there has to be, because he needs a release somehow, some way. He needs an emotional release. And AI Kurisu is the perfect individual entity for that because it's a form of Kurisu. I feel like he's going to blab it all to her. And then he might get some sort of like affirmation from her. Maybe telling the AI version all of this stuff might make her even more like Kurisu. So then, like, we might have like this weird moment where it's like for a split second, it feels like we're actually talking to Kurisu and not something that is like Kurisu. And that might call him to action or something crazy like that. I feel like that's where this is going. Otherwise, what the hell is the point of the AI version of Kurisu? Like, what's the point of having her around the story if it's not going to be this Kagari girl, if she's not going to be the reason that pushes him on to keep going? But then I would like that, but I feel like what do we do with Mayuri? Mayuri felt like, I guess we saved Mayuri, so there's no reason. Like, Mayuri is the reason why everything worked out in the end. We worked so hard to, that's great storytelling. Like, in original Steins Gate, you work so hard to save Mayuri, and then you find yourself at this crossroads, and you're just about to give up, and the thing you worked so hard to save reaffirmed you and pushed you forward, and you actually finished. Where do we get that from this story? I don't know. I hope it's good. So it's like, what are we going to do with Mayuri? Surely it's got to be something related to Kagari because of the relationship. I don't know. I feel like I'm at the point now where I could sit and watch another 3 episodes, but I'm not going to. I haven't eaten food yet. I could fire up episode 7, but then I feel like we're going to watch 7 and then need to watch 8. And then after watching 8, it's going to be hard to stop because I need to know, like, diarrhea run straight into 9. I'm not letting that happen. So I'm calling it here. Thank you guys for stopping by, listening to me rant and ramble. I'm going to try to attempt to stream Genshin today. I'm going to try to, so I'll probably take a shower, eat, come back a little later and try to play for like an hour or two. So I'll try to do that. Have a good rest of your Monday or Tuesday, wherever you are. I'm trying to think of how I wrap this up. Have a good rest of your week if I don't see you. Weekend coming up. And hopefully, God willing, I see you guys back here next Monday for episodes 8 and 9. 7 and 8. 7 and 8 of Steins Gate 0. So thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. See, that was the chance to just throw the El Sai Konguru in there, but I stumbled. El Sai Konguru. See you later, guys. Peace out.